Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. If you'd ask just about anybody what the most legendary SBC has been so far inside of FC25, they'd probably say the 82 times 20 during Team of the Year. Well, EA finally re-released that SBC, but it's not quite what it used to be. We're going to talk about that today. But SBCs are where all the hype is right now in this game, with 3 very good player SBCs released yesterday, and all the questions now are, what SBC is coming today? What end of an era? Is it Luka Modric? Is it that insane looking Thomas Muller? And what other leaks do we have for content today on Saturday? We do have an Evo leak to look at, and the market is bringing up a lot of questions right now too. Prices are going all over the place, some up like crazy, some down like crazy. We're going to cover it all today on a Saturday Ultimate Tots video. If you guys are excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Let's get into things by looking over yesterday's content on Friday for the big Ultimate Tots release. Starting with our objectives, we have a weekly play pack to chase now, the 94x5 Ultimate Tots / Shapeshifters pack that we will be getting in 4 weeks after we do each of these singular weekly objectives for a Tots Global Stars pack, which is a Ultimate Tots guaranteed for the minor leagues only players, and then the next 3 weeks after Ultimate Tots, which are going to be Shapeshifters releases in those promos. To get this done, you got to play 5 matches in any of the 4 game modes here. Just 2 of them. 2 of these 4 need to be completed. Nice SP in here as well. 500 SP, so 1,000 in total each week, given out from that. Now, into the rest of the objectives, a nice Jan Vertonghen card here for just completing 4 of the 5 following. Make sure you get this one done for an extra 500 SP. Decent card, can play center back, left back, and has all the defensive playstyles, including 2 very OP ones, 3 actually, as playstyle pluses, and he's got even the press-proven aerial, long ball, and power header, so that's a nice card there for Jan Vertonghen. Also some decent packs. We got the daily play that is back, but this is the biggest thing in objectives. Team of the season, champions, heritage, bonus player picks. We saw this for the first time during La Liga Tots. We loved it, and here we go. It's kind of like a throwback to all the other player picks that we've had during these Tots Foot Champs weekends throughout the whole promo of Team of the Season. You've got the MLS in here, you've got League One, you've got NWSL Serie A, Bundesliga, La Liga, Premier League, and then a bonus La Liga player pick at the end if you can get 13 wins. So this is how I always approach these. I'm not a 13-win player. I'm not expecting to get 13 wins. I'm going to chase for 10 because that 103.93 La Liga would be sick, but I'm most likely going to hit 8 or 9. But I'm just going to get some extra player picks along the way. Hopefully these 4 for winning 8 and then to play 13. So 5 extra player picks, sign me up. Those are always W's. GG's EA for releasing that in objectives for Ultimate Tots to end us off with one last objective there. Now, let's go to Evos, where there's not a lot of people talking about the 2 Evos that dropped yesterday. We have Kuhn's Legacy as the first one, 200,000 coins. I think that's one of the reasons why it's not being talked about that much, because it's a little expensive. Now, it does give some really big boosts. You look at right there in the little summary, plus 35 attack positioning, plus 25 ball control. You got 25 agility, 25 finishing. The stat limits are pretty high, but they're not crazy high. As I'm noticing here, if I put a couple of cards from my club in, by the way, this Kika Nazareth is one of the best cards from this evolution with her 99 passing. With the playstyle pluses she has, that looks like a really insane card. The Hyunmin Son here, the Morgan, they probably look decent. But honestly, one of the craziest things from this evolution right here is, take a look at like this Antoine Griezmann. Gold Antoine Griezmann looks nasty if you put him into this evolution. Same thing with Gold Harry Kane. This is one of the most usable Harry Kane versions we have in the game. You put his 90 rated gold in here, you get the technical and the low driven added. A plus 28 pace boost. That is insane that he's getting that big of a pace boost and a passing boost and a dribbling boost. Also the 5-star skill move added to his card there. So that's really interesting. There are some good cards that come out of this for sure, but 200,000 coins does feel a little bit steep. We're not even giving 4 playstyle pluses yet on Evos, but the big SBCs that we're getting right now have 4 playstyle pluses. So hopefully Evos don't feel like they're going to lag behind for that much longer, because that's the next step for sure. We've been talking about it for a while. When is EA finally going to do that? Now, the other Evo we had yesterday is a free center back Evo that does give some decent playstyle pluses for sure, but the stats are once again here not that incredible. I will say I do like that for this Bombito card, who I'm really tempted to do in this evolution, especially because I've already given him the Bruiser and Anticipate. He would just get the Intercept Plus. I like that it only boosts him up to a 92, so he could be evolvable in the not too distant future. So this Evo here is a good one, but not really a great one. At least it is free. So that's the Evo content from yesterday. Again, most of the hype though is in SBCs, and starting with where the hype is the most, the player SBCs. 3 players dropped yesterday in SBCs. They're the 3 most hyped players right now in Ultimate Team. If you take a look at the front page of Futbin, it's these 3 cards. Everybody, I would say, is doing one of these 3 player SBCs, and maybe you're not, just because you're waiting for the other end of an era that is coming out, but at least you're super interested in completing Kevin De Bruyne, Robin Van Persie, or Lauren James. I've started on Kevin De Bruyne. I said that I was going to do this, of course, after doing his Team of the Year, during Team of the Year, his Flashback SBC. What a card that was. This one has to be absolutely broken. Starting off, by the way, an absolute emotional dynamic. Hand over the badge, Kevin De Bruyne. That's just perfect for the card. 4 playstyle pluses. If there's going to be 2 things that we're kind of picky about with this card, he doesn't have 5-star skills, and he doesn't have the relentless playstyle. Just the playstyle base would have been nice. He does have 96 stamina, but I do feel like he's going to end up getting a little tired at the end of games. But for the time that he's not tired in game, straight 99s down in the passing area, insane shooting, insane dribbling, good defense, good physical, great play styles. Every single passing play style. He even has the low-driven base. This is like the perfect center attacking mid, except for the skills once again, but the play styles, even has the intercept in there, has the rapid, which is going to be super helpful in game. Technical and Trivella. This card is going to be so good. 17 squads is less than I thought he was going to be. Sure, EA did go for some higher rated squads with some 92s and 91s in here, but this is an SBC that's not going to actually take you that much difficulty to get done. If you saved some packs and opened them yesterday, you probably have some higher rated Tots cards in your club, and there's only high rated Tots cards in packs right now. Plus a lot of ways to grind and get fodder at the moment in the SBC part of the game. I do think that this SBC is going to be pretty easy to complete. Again, I understand if you're saving and waiting to complete one of these end of an era cards because of the other 2 that are coming, but 80% upvoted for KDB. This is an incredible box-to-box CM and also a center attacking mid. Now, there is a couple of shouts for people who would maybe love to see the ability to change him to a center defensive mid through the season pass, and then maybe like when we can put a 5th playstyle plus on cards through a season pass in the future or through Evos in the future, they'd like to be able to put like Anticipate or something on him and then use him as a CDM. Sure, you could do that, but that's probably a long ways away. But what an SBC there. That's the great marquee SBC, and EA delivered. That's a great one. Now, the other SBC that was a surprise yesterday was Lauren James. We thought we were just getting Kevin De Bruyne and Robin Van Persie, but we have Lauren James as well. This is the budget option. Great card, honestly. Striker, right wing, right mid, and cam. 4 different positions, all role plus pluses in at least one of those, and one of the most important, honestly, for each of the positions. Shadow Striker's great. Inside forward and advanced forward plus plus in those positions is awesome. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. As good of playstyle pluses as it gets for an attacker on this game. Has every ball control playstyle as well. That's a great card. Only 4 squads and 199,000 coins to complete. That's a budget beast in my opinion. I've not used Lauren James this year, but I've heard a lot of people, especially her Team of the Year card, saying that she was very, very good during that time of the game. Now, let's go to the Icon SBCs where we did get the Robin Van Persie that we were expecting. He's got 4 playstyle pluses. This is another very good SBC. Of course, it's an Icon SBC. You can try out the loan first if you want for an 83 rated squad to see if you want the real deal. But this card looks like the real deal. 5-5, finesse, low driven, rapid, first touch, playstyle plus. He's got the Trickster, he's got the Press Proven, even Relentless is nice on him, and the Trivella. This card looks like he's never going to miss a shot. 99 finishing, 99 attack positioning, and volleys. Insane dribbling and shooting stats, of course. That just looks like a phenomenal card. 13 squads to get him done. You do have a 92 rated squad there at the very end, so a little bit of high rated action going on there. But he's only 660,000 coins, which again, I just feel like is craftable. Maybe it's because I had a lot of fodder in my storage and I knew that I was going to be able to complete 1 or 2 or 3 of these SBCs pretty easily after they came out, but I feel like that's where most of us were at. And even if we weren't, the upgrade SBCs that EA released at least give us a chance to craft up towards those cards. So absolutely love the SBC content there, the player stuff. Great. Off to a great start so far, and we hope that it continues. Now, speaking of crafting these SBCs, this is the real big news. Guys, the 8220 is back. I'm sure you saw this and you know about it, but it's not back exactly as it was during Team of the Year. That's, of course, when it came to popularity this year, being unlimited repeatable. It was 2 squads. I think it was like an 82 and an 83, or 83 and 84 back during Team of the Year. And you needed a Team of the Week to be put into it as well. It was so easy. It was unlimited repeatable. You made coins off of it. And the SBC still has kind of the same vibe of that, but it is not as unlimited repeatable at all because the requirements are completely different. Now, there's 2 versions here, depending on how you want to get it done. But I'll tell you straight off the bat, guys, version 1 is cheaper. It's the best one to do for the same exact pack. Here's why. You have to put in 5 85 cards, and then you have to finish off the squad with 2 more. So exactly 5 85 rated players, put in 2 silvers or 2 bronzes. You got that one done. The next squad, exactly 4 86 rated players. You put in 2 silvers, you put in 2 bronzes. You have that one done as well. So 4 86s, 5 85s. That comes out to a price, according to Footbin, right now of 45,000 coins for an 82 times 20. Now, if you have 85s and 86s in your club, that's not a problem. The problem is you run out of those really quick because of all the SBCs that are specifically requiring 85s and 86s right now. So if you don't have those, but you got higher rated fodder, version 2 of this SBC requires 187, 188, 289s, and 290s. The 290s part and the 289s seems a little steep, and it's actually very frustrating that EA decided to take a 290 rated card requirement into this version 2 of this SBC, because Kevin De Bruyne right there, as you see, is the only 90 rated gold card that is in packs right now. Gold Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, and all the other gold 90 rateds have team of the seasons in packs, so it's very difficult to get 90 rated cards. So guess what? 90 rateds yesterday are all up to about 20,000 coins. Even Kevin De Bruyne's finally off of minimum price. Harry Kane was like minimum price right away yesterday when this came out. I was like, guys, go buy Harry Kane at 10K. He absolutely exploded. So many of these 90 rated cards have exploded because of this version 2 of the SBC. Now, just for comparison's sake, 45,000 coins, 46,000 coins for the 8220 V1, 60 almost thousand coins for the 8220 V2. Now, if you're seeing that, obviously, if you want to do this 8220, guess where you're going to buy cards? The 85s and the 86 range. 86s were under 5,000 coins. We were saying to buy yesterday on the stream. They are now up to 7K, and 85s are probably only going to keep rising a little bit in price too. I know this 82 times 20 grind is not the greatest because it's not unlimited repeatable. You run out of 85s and 86s, or 87s, 88s, really the 90s is what you run out for V2. That's what makes it not hype, right? Like, we're excited this is back. This was the SBC we wanted to have back, but EA, you just needed to release it with the old requirements. We could craft so easy right now the Team of the Week upgrades to then put into the old requirements, which I think, again, was an 82 and an 84 or something like that rated squad with the Team of the Week back then during Team of the Year. That would have been elite. Even if it was just for 3 days, that would have been elite. Now, unfortunately, it's not that way. I still think it's a decent grind, but it's just not as good as it could have been. And it's actually going to drain a lot of coins off the market because people love an unlimited repeatable 8220, and they're going to be buying a lot of 85s and 6s to do so. And that means it's going to hurt the market. So we got to talk about that in relation to the market. But the 8220 is back, just not how we maybe wanted it to be. Now, yesterday as well, we had more upgrade packs released. There's a ton of packs right now to give us at least a chance at packing Team of the Season cards. I will say the best upgrade pack from my experience yesterday was the 85-5 combo. We only have a couple more days left of this. Make sure you do this one. I think I opened 12. I had 3 days worth of these saved yesterday, and I think I packed somewhere around 5 or 6 Team of the Seasons from 12 of those. I did have one double walkout. Those were giving me the highest chance of 95 rated Team of the Season cards. I packed 196 Barcola. That was my best. A lot of fodder from the re-released team. We'll talk about that, but it's high rated fodder, and that helps with doing the SBCs like KDB and the ones that are upcoming. But yesterday, the new SBCs were the 85 2 of 3 player pick, which is of course worth trying, and the 83 times 14, which right now a lot of people are like, what's the grind, right? What's the grind right now with with all the upgrades that are out. Sure, the 82 times 20 is the one that you want to do the most, but still, guys, the bronze upgrades into the grinding upgrades into the crafting upgrade is the way to go. But with your extra 82s, 3s, and 4s that you get right now, keep dumping them into the 84 plus team of the week upgrade, because for all the SBCs that require a Tots or a team of the week, you're just setting yourself up to not need to buy any team of the weeks or team of the season cards to do SBCs in for a while. So I think that's a really great opportunity right now with the way the menu grind is. Just stock up on these 84 plus team of the week packs and you'll be setting yourself up for success in the menu grind later on. Now, speaking of one more pack that did drop yesterday, because there's probably going to be more of this coming, we had the League One Tots upgrade released, but there was a Eredivisie Tots guaranteed inside of this pack. And I think what we're going to see is each and every day a new Tots upgrade SBC released, kind of taking us through the different weeks of team of the season. So today on Saturday, we'd be looking for a Premier League / EFL, or maybe they'll include the women's leagues as well, guaranteed Tots pack again. And then, you know, the day after that, we'll go for what was next. Was it Bundesliga next? I forget way back when, but it'll be Prem and EFL most likely today. So watch out for that. That was just a nice small touch that EA released, and it'll probably keep moving forward into today on Saturday. Now, let's talk about the Ultimate Tots team, the cards that are in packs. We kind of already mentioned it. It's crazy to see 60 team of the season items in packs right now. However, the one disappointment from yesterday is they didn't re-release any other special cards, right? It was leaked by some people ahead of time that we were going to have the Ultimate Tots cards in packs, but that we were also going to have a re-release of some old special cards. That didn't happen. However, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm okay with, that's the best way to word it. I'm okay with the pack weight on these team of the season cards. And man, their prices have been moving like crazy. First of all, I say I'm okay with the pack weight. A lot of you guys have been tweeting me. You're packing some decent stuff, whether it was from save packs, weekend league rewards, or whatever it was. There's just so many cards in packs right now with 60 plus team of the seasons. Like, you're at least going to pack some 95 rated fodder cards. That's mostly what I packed yesterday. De Gea. I packed a plenty number of Lucy Bronze, Laetitia, you know, Wendy Renard is a card that I packed yesterday as well. But that's actually nice because 95 rated Tots cards are so useful for the SBCs that you don't mind packing Sams, you don't mind packing Lacrar, and it feels like you have a decent chance at some of the mid to higher rated cards too. Even when you look at a card like Mateo, who I packed yesterday, I think twice, she's 40K. That's an insane card for 40,000 coins. That's the other W part about this, is the way the market reacted yesterday kind of worked according to how we thought it was going to, but the price drops in the first 30 minutes of these cards being in packs were insane. Guys, Jonathan Tah went from 950,000 coins. He was down under 400,000. He was like 300 something in the first 30 minutes. Absolutely got destroyed, but then came flying back up in price as weekend league started. We had a huge opportunity to make coins. Lamine Yamal, he's 2.7 mil right now. Yeah, this graph is crazy. It doesn't even show it correctly. He wasn't 2.5. He was 2.2. He was under 2.3 mil after going from 3 mil down to 2.2, and then he flew all the way back up. One of the things was absolutely true that we said about the market was that Friday night bubble with all the saved up packs and all the coins that were out there created some absolutely insane opportunities. Now, like we said as well, these card prices are probably going to now just slowly trickle down as we head throughout the rest of the weekend and even into this week of Ultimate Team of the Season cards being in packs. I think you want to be careful with some of those cards that you maybe picked up. But like, I bought Salah for 1.25 yesterday, sold him for 1.4. He ended up going all the way to 1.5, 1.6, but now he's all the way back down to 1.2, where he was at his lowest point yesterday during that pack onslaught when everybody was ripping packs. That's a card that I think could go back up a little bit today. I still think out of this Ultimate Tots set of teams that you could have a few cards that rise back up a little bit today. Maybe an Osimhen, maybe a Shaqiri, maybe a Suarez, Tanaka. You know, some of these cards, Victor Gyökeres is 313. He was 250. 250,000 coins right here in this drop. He went all the way back to 400,000 coins. I think you can see some rises early today into Saturday, but those are not going to last long, and they're going to drop as we head into the later part of the day Saturday, and they're probably going to continue to drop into Sunday. So be very careful. But if you got some buys in that first 30-minute window yesterday when all the packs were coming in, enjoy the cheaper cards. And that's the best part about Ultimate Tots in general, is take a look at how cheap some of these players are. I mean, guys, Isak was what, 400K? He's 190,000 coins and gonna get cheaper. McTominay was 600, he's 300. Pedri was 8 to 9, he's 520. Vinny's 382. I mean, even Declan Rice, 149,000 coins. These are insane prices, and it's probably going to hurt the rest of the market and bring a lot of the rest of the prices on this market down with it. So I would be pretty careful about most prices on this game right now for the next week, because I just do believe that it's going to end up impacting a lot of other cards, even some of these like Road to the Final cards, which are my favorite cards to trade with right now. I bought some Nico Jacksons because look at that. He's a coin transfer card with a bid of 4.99 million coins on him. That's a card that people are buying and then using to transfer coins, which is not a good thing, but it happens, and you can make coins off of that. These cards are rare. They still move. This market has a lot of coins, so you can trade, but just be careful with what is to come in the future this weekend. Also, if you bought any of those cards, I got to reset my game because it's now crashing after I must have seen the 4.9 million coin card on a coin transfer. Now my game's freaking out. Anyways, if you bought Saliba or Olise or Benzema yesterday, these cards were insane. So this Saliba, who was not re-released into Ultimate Team in the season, dropped not just because of panic, but because EA dropped a 300,000 coin. I'll show it here in a second. A 300,000 coin player pick that gave a 93 plus tradable Team of the Season card in a player pick. It's a terrible value player pick, but it's tradable. So many people were opening that cards like this Saliba and Olise were getting packed yesterday. They absolutely tanked in the first 30 minutes after content as well, but then they exploded because they didn't have near as much supply as other players did that were in Ultimate Team of the Season. You see Olise was 350. He was 300K flat. He went all the way to 435,000 coins. This is the player pick right here, though. And this is just out and worth mentioning. It's 315,000 coins. It's only 2 of these you can open, but a 93 plus any Tots player pick pack, really not worth it at all. Again, but it's tradable, and that is why you're seeing a little bit of supply on the market for some of those players. Also, I opened up an Ultimate Tots Duo guarantee. Don't even get near this pack. It was terrible. Even if you think, Nate, I got a lot of coins, I'm going to spend some coins on something, don't do it. Literally awful. We opened 4 or 5 of those on stream yesterday. The best pull was Barella, and that's shocking. Honestly, shocking. So do not touch that pack at all in the store. Whatever you do, even if you have a ton of coins, it is not worth it. But that is worth mentioning, I think, because I know a lot of us are going to send coins and try to pack something big during Ultimate Team of the Season. So, again, the best part about Ultimate Tots is that so many things become more affordable. The market's going to be a great place to trade, as it has been. Picked up a couple of cards for Evos. Got a couple Ronaldinhos here, kind of, trying to make some flips with that. The Nico Jacksons, as I mentioned, we got him really, really low. Hopefully he can be a good trade today, as are some cards, but we're going to be careful with that heading forward. Now, let's move forward into today on Saturday as well and talk about some of the content that we're expecting. I know I mentioned this. Some people are not doing any SBCs right now, waiting to know who's next. And I have to guess it's going to be Muller or Modric today. The bigger SBCs usually drop on the weekends, and once again, those are the next 2 big names that we have not seen yet. 4 playstyle pluses for them both. I hope they're both also below 1 million coins. I hope KDB is the most expensive, but we'll just have to wait and see. Either of those 2 being released today would be really, really hype. Really have no idea who it would be. I mean, it could be 2 today. Could be Muller or Modric, and then like a Hummels or a Pepe Reina or a Corsi, since we did have 5 of these cards, 4 of them actually, released yesterday with James, De Bruyne, Van Persie, and Vertonghen. Could be a flashback today and an end of an era card, since we have so many things leaked here, but just watch out for that. That could affect the market as well. Another center mid card could make, if it's Modric today, other center mids on the market drop. That's something to kind of keep in mind with right there as well. And of course, the specific requirements, if they start requiring more specific cards like an 87, max 787s or max 788s, that can make some of those cards move on the market. It now does seem for real with the way EA have done these SBC requirements for the 82 times 20 that they're trying to make fodder go up. They're literally just trying to make it go up by requiring it. I don't think they did a good thing with the 82 times 20 and doing it in the way they've done this. But if they do that again with other SBCs, you could end up seeing that fodder move in price a little bit. But again, I just don't think this is the way to solve that problem. I think exchanges would be a better way to solve it, or at least to try. instead of doing it this way. So watch out for that. Also, there's an upgrade pack I think we might be getting today as the 84 times 5 that we had last Saturday expires. I think we're going to get this 85 times 3 eFigs pack, which of course would be very good for all the Ultimate Tots cards that are in packs right now. That's worth watching out for today too, for an SBC on Saturday. And then speaking of evolutions, we do have one leak. It doesn't look that crazy, but we have a 92 CDM Evo, Pinged, Tiki Taka, and Anticipate Plus. Those are good play styles for sure for our center defensive mid. Stats upgrade, 5-star weak foot, and DLP plus is being given out for that. So watch out for maybe a little bit more news on that evolution. Should be paid, I would imagine, but hopefully it would not cost too much there today on a Saturday. So best of luck if you're playing Foot Champs. Best of luck if you're getting active on the market a little bit too. And GG's to any of you guys that made really good buys yesterday, really good trades on the market. I think there's still great opportunities to do some of that. Ooh, hold on. Let me just drop a couple bids in this Hakimi here. I love trading with these cards. Absolutely love it because they're rare and they're super hype still. But we got to be careful with these heading into the rest of the weekend with everything that's going on. I might try to buy a Salah here for like 1.2 mil and then hopefully sell him for 1.4 later on today. But we got to get the right price. It's all about getting the right price and selling at the right time so that you don't get caught losing a whole bunch of coins. And I think if you sell in the right time, if you don't hold on to Ultimate Tots cards for very long, you're going to end up doing a good thing and not losing too many coins there. So best of luck playing champs today. Best of luck on a Saturday in FC 25. Thank you guys for watching the videos. And I will see you in another video tomorrow. We'll see what Madness EA dropped for us today. And then we'll go from there for tomorrow on a Sunday. If you guys did enjoy this one, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below how you feel about the 82 times 20. Are you more happy that it's back? Or are you more disappointed that it's really not grindable? Let me know who you packed through Ultimate Tots. I know some of you guys have been packing insane stuff. You've been tweeting it to me, sending me on PSN messages, putting it in Discord. Keep doing that. I love seeing that update from you guys. So if you did enjoy, once again, drop a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you're new, all the good stuff. See you guys in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.